So here is SQBG, Sequential Brands Group. This was #1 trending on StockTwits today. So this is up $15.70 today. That is up 89.16%. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. Here is MRIN, Marin software. That finishes at $20.29 today. That is up 34.55%.
Apes together strong!
Yep, apes together strong. No one is selling. It's a low float stock, and the StockTwits apes are in there. Not so much Wall Street Bets. Yeah, so at one point, this hit $25.60 today, setting an all-time high, a new all-time high again today. It set one yesterday. Today we set another one. And 3 days ago, again, set an all-time high. And 4 days ago, again, set an all-time high. Every day, it's a new all-time high, pretty much. Amazing. Honestly, how much longer can this thing run? This is amazing. And there's no news to justify this. It's just a straight-up squeeze. It's just the apes in there squeezing the crap out of this stock. I mean, it already went from like $2, right, all the way to $26. So what is it going to go to next? 30, 35, 50? Insane. Okay, so let's analyze this. Right now, it's trading between the sideways channel, this rectangle, of the all-time high, $25.60, and $20. Really wide channel here. Almost a $6 channel here. Very wide. So if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be the all-time high, which it hit today, $25.60. And then if it blows past that, nobody knows where it's going from there. The market will decide for itself. That would be uncharted territory. Now, if this goes to the downside, next level of support would be 20, and it broke that in the aftermarket. 18.8, 17.3, $15, 13.3, $12, 10.80, 9.30, 8.30, 7.50, and then 5.80. And there's a lot more after that, but doesn't really matter at this point. It probably won't even come down to that, quite honestly. The RSI is currently at 79. It briefly came back down into average territory 2 days ago, and now it's right back up into overbought, overvalued territory, according to the RSI. There's decent volume today, 120 million volume, which isn't as much as some of the previous trading sessions, but still pretty significant volume. Quite honestly, I couldn't tell you where this is going. For the last few trading sessions, I've been saying, based on the technicals, looks like it's coming down. Now, I'm not even going to try to make a prediction. So again, based on all the technicals, RSI, volume, and there was a few gap ups, that would tell us that this is coming down. But this is a meme stock, and not any meme stock. This is like a major meme stock. Along with AMC and GME, this is like right up there with those meme stocks now. So a lot of apes in this one. Low float stock. They're refusing to sell. Diamond hands all the way.
With diamond hands, they knew they'd profit if they could only hold.
This could, in fact, keep pumping. Not saying it will, but based on all the sentiment I see on StockTwits, again, low float stock, nobody wants to sell this, I would say this is going to keep going. And the RSI isn't that bad. At 79, at one point this was at 99 3 days ago. So now the price is even higher and the RSI is lower. So this could keep running. But again, based on all the technicals being logical, one would assume that it's coming down. So I really don't know what to tell you. I'm not even going to make a prediction on this one. Fundamentals, technicals, don't really matter anymore, to be honest. I mean, they matter a little bit. They still matter, but I think the social sentiment matters more than the fundamentals and the technicals at this point. I've been thinking about shorting this one. I did 2 times already. The first time I got squeezed out, lost a couple $100. Second time I got squeezed out at break even, and I'm not even gonna attempt to short this anymore. It's too dangerous at this point. Yeah, we'll see next week where this goes. This could explode. I mean, I really don't see how much higher it can go. It went from $2 all the way to 26. That's insane. and it just keeps on going. So, not saying it will keep going next week, but it very well could. And it very well could pull back too. No matter which way it goes, it's going to be a lot of price action. These channels are very, very wide. If this blows past the all-time high, 25.60, which it set today, this is going to absolutely moon. If it goes to the downside, there is a decent amount of support. So I'm not going to tell you guys what to do in this situation, because I really don't know. At this point, this is gambling right here. If you're a safer investor, I'd recommend just to stay away from this completely. If you go long, you might make a lot of money, you might lose a lot of money. If you go short, you might make a lot of money, you might lose a lot of money. So for that reason, I'm just going to avoid this one. But good luck to everyone who's in this one and who's going to take a position in this one. Hope you guys make tendies. There's going to be fireworks next week. So that's going to be really entertaining. We'll see where this goes. I'm just going to sit on the sidelines and I'm going to watch. So that's MRIN, Marin software. Here is BLIN, Bridgeline Digital. We've been talking about this one for the last couple of days. It's been trending, but today it really, really took off. So that finishes at $8.97. That is up 56% today. And in the aftermarket, it's still squeezing. There actually was some news about this, which possibly could be why it went up today. So let's take a look at that. It says they received more than $2.5 million so far this week from the exercise of its warrants it issued in 2019 with a strike price of $4. They raised money back in 2019, and they're cashing out today. So $2.5 million. So they got more cash to work with. So not quite sure how much that news played into today's run, but it probably had something to do with it. Okay, so right now, it's sitting at the all-time high of $8.97. It's actually higher than that now in the aftermarket. Right now, we're in uncharted territory. The stock has never been this high before, so the market will decide for itself where this ends up. If this comes back to the downside, which it likely will, honestly. Next level of support is $9, what it's currently sitting at, $8.50. And then, if it breaks $8.50, this can get pretty bad. After $8.50, next level of support after that, $6.75. So that's like a 25% drop. And then, $6.15, $5.75, $4.90, $4.40, $4, and then $3.60. And that would fill this gap all the way back down here. It gapped up at $3.60 2 days ago. The RSI is currently at 94 and probably higher now because of the aftermarket action. So that is extremely overbought, extremely overvalued. So I just caution everyone, be careful. A lot of volume today, incredible volume today. 139 million volume, which is the biggest volume day. 2 days ago, it was the biggest volume day. And today, 2 days ago, it did 133 million volume. So today, it did 139 million volume. So slightly more volume than 2 days ago. And this is the biggest volume day ever. So this pump is confirmed by the volume. It's not a fluke. So based on all of that information, based on the RSI, the volume, based on this gap up back here at 360, I would say this is more likely to come back down than to keep going up. Not saying it won't keep going up, but this isn't like that big of a meme stock, yet at least. So technicals and fundamentals do matter here. So based on all of that, based on all the technicals, I would say this is more likely to come back down than to keep running. If you want to go long, I would advise not to do that. That would be pretty dangerous at this point. We're at an all-time high right now. RSI is insane, in the 90s. That's extremely overbought. So that's really risky. If you buy in here at the top, you're likely going to be a bag holder, unfortunately. And if you want to short this looks like a really good short play. Not financial advice, but I'm probably going to short this one next week. This is absurd. It's like at $10 right now, all-time high. And for the reasons I just said, RSI, volume, those look like they're going to pull back. So all the technicals are screaming that this is probably going to come back down and looks like a pretty good short play. Not financial advice. So I'm probably going to short this one. So if you want to go long, I would advise not to do that. Very risky. And if you want to go short, based on the technicals, based on the graph, this looks like a really good short play right here. I'm not going to tell you guys what to do with your money. Not financial advice, but that's just my opinion. And again, either way this goes, to the upside or the downside, there's going to be a lot of price action. These channels are very wide, And to the upside, we don't even have data for that. It's uncharted territory. So this is going to be really entertaining. There's going to be fireworks next week. We'll see where this goes. Good luck to everyone, either holding this or looking to take a position. And congratulations to everyone who made fat tendies on this. Like, if you bought in at $3, $4, made a lot of tendies. So we'll see where this goes next week. This is BLIN, Bridgeline Digital. So here is SQBG, Sequential Brands Group. This was #1 trending on StockTwits today. So this is up $15.70 today. That is up 89.16%. There was no news to justify this. At one point, this hit $25. So it was up like 125% earlier today. And it finishes at 90%. But yeah, at one point, this was up a lot higher. And I see, here's a cup and handle. You see the cup and handle? At like almost $26 all the way back here. Big U. And it consolidated, and today, boom, filled the top of the cup. Almost. Pretty much, yeah, filled the top of the cup. Based on that, I expect the handle to start forming pretty soon. Looks like it will. You know, already pulled back to $16, so it's probably going to start forming a handle around this price right here. Which is a bullish sign. Yeah, there's probably going to be consolidation. Can't say for how long, but this is probably going to consolidate for a little bit. And then there's going to be a breakout, another breakout. The RSI is currently at 70, so just barely in overbought, overvalued territory. It's on the lower end of that spectrum, but it is overbought and overvalued. Incredible volume today. I don't think this is the biggest volume day ever, but almost. This is the second biggest volume day ever. It did 28 million in volume today. The first biggest volume day ever was 29 million, so not that far behind. So this pump was not a fluke. It is confirmed by the volume. This is just my opinion. This looks like it's going to consolidate. So this is probably going to consolidate between 16 and 15 to form the handle of the cup and handle. I can't say how long it's going to consolidate for, but probably for a little bit. And then we're going to see another breakout. Not financial advice, but that's usually what happens in a cup and handle. I mean, according to the RSI and the volume, that would indicate that this is going to pull back, but honestly, I really don't think so. I think it's going to consolidate, and the RSI and the volume is going to pull back without any serious price action. If you want a long or short, honestly, I think it doesn't really matter. I don't think this is really going to move for a while. I mean, it's probably going to pull back a little bit, and it's going to consolidate in you know, the 15 and 16 channel, that rectangle. Looking at this graph, it seems like to me that there's not going to be too much price action on this one for a while. It looks like it's going to consolidate. And then eventually it'll break out again. So if you guys want to load up and hodl and diamond hands, I can support that.
With diamond hands, they knew they'd profit if they could only hold.
And if you guys want to short for a quick buck, like a day trade, that's probably a pretty decent play. You can probably make some money on this, but yeah, I don't expect any serious price action on this. This looks like it's going to consolidate, and eventually it'll have its day again, but in the short term, I don't think this is really going anywhere. Not financial advice, just my opinion. So if you caught this today, congratulations to you. Really, really fat tendies. Happy for you guys. Yeah, good luck to everyone with SQBG. Congratulations to everyone who made tendies today. And we'll see what happens with this. So that is SQBG, Sequential Brands Group. Okay, so here's TATT, TAT Technologies. This was trending today on StockTwits. It wasn't like high up on the trending, but it was trending. This finishes at $8.45. That's up 42.62% today. And there was news on this one, so let's take a look at that. So it says they signed a strategic MRO and lease agreement with Honeywell. You know, Honeywell's a really big company, so that's pretty big. The deal will see TAT Technologies provide maintenance, repair, and overhaul of Honeywell's 131 series of auxiliary power units. So probably because of that, the institutions piled in, the apes piled in, and the stock squeezed today. So this went all the way from $6, and at the high, it hit $10.44. And it pulled all the way back, and it closed at $8.45. And it's pulling back a little bit in the aftermarket. But yeah, incredible day for this stock. So right now, it's sitting on this support of $8.40. So if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be $9.80. And then the all-time high of $10.40. And then if it blows past that, It's anyone's best guess. Then we'll be in uncharted territory. The market will decide for itself. And those are really wide channels, from 840 to 9. So if this does, in fact, go to the upside, there's going to be a lot of price action. This is going to moon. Now, if this goes to the downside, next level of support would be $8, $7.60, $7.25, $6.40, and then back down to $6. And it really shouldn't go past $6, but it did gap up from $6 today. So I think eventually this will fill the gap at $6. Usually when something gaps up, the gaps do fill. So eventually I do think this is going to come back down to 6. Can't say when, but eventually. So the RSI is currently at 87. So that's pretty overbought and overvalued. Not extremely, that'd be in like the 90s, but 87, that's pretty far up there in terms of RSI. That's pretty overbought, that's pretty overvalued. And incredible volume today. It did 34 million in volume, and that is the biggest volume day ever for this stock. The previous biggest was like 29, 30 million. So not that much more than the previous biggest volume day, but this is the biggest volume day ever for this stock. So yeah, this pump is confirmed by the volume. It's not a fluke. So based on all that, RSI, volume, gap up at 6, all-time high, I would say this is coming back down to the downside. Most likely. Not saying it will. If this keeps going to the upside, it really can't run that much more. I don't think, at least. This is not an MRIN. This is not a super meme stock. I don't even think this is a meme stock. This just had good news today and it was trending. Caught momentum. I would say if you want to go long, I would not recommend that. That seems pretty dangerous. Maybe you can make some money, but this really can't keep running for that much longer. And if you want to go short, I would say that's a pretty good play. I'm probably going to short this one. Just looking at the chart, this looks like a really, really good chart to short. Looks like a really bearish chart. Support and resistance say that. RSI and volume would say that as well. So a lot of bearish indicators here. A lot of bearish signals. Really not any bullish signals at all. I would say don't go long. And if you want to go short, seems like a pretty good play. Not financial advice, but I'm probably going to short this one personally. Yeah. Congratulations to everyone who made tendies on this one today. And good luck to everyone who's looking to take a position. I'm probably going to take one next week. I think it's coming down, but we'll see. So that is TAT Technologies, TATT. We'll see what happens next week. Okay, so here is ITRM. Iterum, I don't know how you say it. Therapeutics. This finishes at $1.42 today. That is down 38%. Yep, disgusting. This was a penny stock not too long ago. Still kind of is, but not literally anymore. But there was a reason why this stock tanked so much today, so let's take a look at that. Got some news. Okay, it says they received a letter from the FDA regarding their drug application review. The FDA has identified deficiencies that preclude the discussion of labeling and post-marketing requirements / commitments at this time. It doesn't say any details about those deficiencies, and the letter does not reflect a final decision, so it's still under review. So this is not final, but the FDA told them that there are some deficiencies with the labeling and post-marketing requirements of the drugs. Kind of seems like FUD to me, honestly. Yeah, and it says here H.C. Wainwright, that's a hedge fund. They remain bullish even though this letter dropped today. They still have a $2.50 price target on this. Although H.C. Wainwright is kind of a shady company, shady hedge fund, I don't really trust them. So that was bad news today. FDA told them, we got a problem here. So that's why the stock is down so much, down 38%, but it's coming up a little bit in the aftermarket. All right, so right now it's sitting on the support of about 145. So if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 160, 175, 195, 210, 225, 245, 275, and then the all-time high of $3. And if this goes to the downside, next level of support would be 135, 130, 115, $1, then 95 cents. I really doubt it's gonna go below 95 cents. Looks like some pretty strong support there. So yeah, we got a gap down here today. There's a lot of gaps in this chart. This chart is incredible. There's so much price action. I mean, I guess that's what happens with penny stocks. But yeah, there was a gap down today from 230. So at some point, this is likely to go back up to 230 to fill the gap. There was actually another gap back here at 130, and that never filled, so this might pull back to 130 and then come back up to fill this other gap at 230, because the gaps usually do fill. Okay, so the RSI is at 36, so that's pretty low. Not quite oversold and undervalued, but approaching that. You know, honestly, there wasn't too much volume today. 82 million volume. That's a lot more than the average, but the biggest volume day was like 225 million, so not the biggest volume day. That kind of tells me that this is a fluke. The sell-off isn't going to last. It's not confirmed by the volume. So, a bit suspicious about that. Yeah, this is just my prediction. This is probably going to pull back a little bit more to fill this gap at 130. And then I think it's going to come back up, because I do believe that this sell-off was not justified. You know, the volume is not confirming that. This letter by the FDA, kind of uncalled for. You know, it's just FUD, it looks like, in my personal opinion. So I think this is going to come back down, fill the gap at 130, and then come right back up. Maybe not right back up, but it's going to come back and recover, and eventually fill this gap at 230. Not financial advice. This could be a decent long play here. If you guys want to go long, I'd probably hold off a little bit to see if this comes back down at 130, and that seems like a pretty good price to go long. And then I expect this to go all the way back up to 230. Not financial advice, but yeah. If you want to short, I probably wouldn't recommend that. You could probably make some money, but there's really not too much room to the downside here. And this sell-off today is really not justified at all. Fake news and, you know, not a lot of volume. This sell-off is not justified at all. If you lost money on this today, very sorry, that sucks. But this would be a good time to average down. I do think this is coming back up. So, good luck to everyone who is going to make a play on this. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please, like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on The Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know, diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys on Tuesday. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Have a great weekend. Peace out.